Okay, so now we are going to go and we are going to start creating from the actual wheel well of the car. Now, the reason why we start with the wheel well is because it's easier to start from one location and to build your way around it. Since the wheel well are going to require the most actual polygons, that's going to be our focus. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to close the material editor here. I'm going to, actually first I need to freeze these, because if you select it and then oops, and you moved it, it's a big deal. We don't want that to happen. So what we'll do here is we're actually going to freeze our entire work area. So one, I'm going to select all of my reference planes here. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to Object Properties, and I'm going to deselect Show Frozen in Gray. And I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm going to right click again and freeze selection. Now I can't select it at all. Okay? It means I can't screw it up, which is a good thing, because I do that sometimes at the time. Now, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my Create panel. I'm going to select Plane, and I'm going to drag out one plane here. Okay? And that's it. That's the beginning of everything. This one plane, believe it or not, is going to create our whole Camaro. I know you're thinking, you're full of it, but guess what? It's magic. I'm going to go down to Convert to Editable Poly. From here on out, anytime you say, I don't understand how to do X, you're going to say, I'm not sure how to do polygonal modeling, because that's what you're doing here. Everything else was just worthless modeling. This is it. This is the most important thing with 3D modeling. This is polygonal modeling. Okay? So I've converted this to an editable poly, and I'm going to go and select vertex, which is number 1, and I'm going to select my top 2 vertexes, and I'm going to move them over just so that they align with that line. Now I can't see this line right now, and that's going to upset me, so I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to Object Properties, and I'm going to select See-Through, which now makes my object see-through. And I'm going to highlight the edges by hitting F4, and that's what I have so far right here. And now I'm going to hit 2. This is called extruding your edges. Okay? This means that we're adding to our edges. And what we're going to do is we're going to select our top edge, we're going to hold Shift, and I'm going to drag up. And I'm just going to go just a little bit. Follow the instructions that I give you in the handout, and you'll be okay. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be switching between W and E. W is to move, E is to rotate. So I'm going to hit E and I'm going to rotate. The reason why I want to rotate this is because if I keep going around, I'm going to end up with a flat edge all the way at the top where I need it to be rounded. So I'm just going to rotate just a little bit. And then I'm going to hit W, I'm going to hold Shift, I'm going to hit E, and I'm going to rotate. W, Shift, E, rotate. W, and Shift, E is rotate. I'm going to probably keep saying that, sorry. And let's see here, I'm going to go right here, E, and just rotate a little bit. And last step, I might move this one up just a little bit here. I'm going to move this one just a little bit so I can make up for that distance there. And that's what you should end up with right there, all the way around. And now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Shift, X-axis, go all the way across. Now what I would do is count how many times you went up. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, technically that's 7. This top piece doesn't count. So we're going to go down, back down 7 times. So here's 1, E, and rotate, W, Shift, rotate, move, E, which is rotate. So let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, E, and rotate, W, Shift, E is rotate, and then home stretch right here, and there you go. Let's see if I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Now that's my start of my wheel well right here. Last but not least, I'm going to select one edge and I'm going to loop this sucker, because now I got to get this last one. Now instead of going, each individual one and screwing it up big time, I'm going to grab all of them. Okay, so again, I'm going to select one edge point here on the outside right here, and I'm going to hit loop. I'm going to hold R, shift, and I'm going to scale outward. And I'm going to do it just a little bit here, not too much. I'm going to switch to W, and I'm going to move it on up, just like that. Then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to position everything, just as it should be. Now I know you're thinking, well, wait, why did you do all that? Why didn't you just do this in the first place? The reason why I didn't do this in the first place is because if I individually drag out each plane, I'm going to end up with separate planes. Never just go like this. If I'm doing this, if I was to bring all these out again, never go like this. Okay? Because what that happens is that they're not connected. You want them all to be connected, so make sure that you drag them all out together. Always do marquee selections too. That helps you in grabbing all the vertices that you need. And there you go. That's what you should get right there. Now we're almost done with this last bit here for this part. We're going to select all of these here, and we're going to hold shift, and we're going to drag it along the body of the car, just like that. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to actually flatten your edge here, okay? So I'm going to go R, and on the x-axis, I'm going to scale inward. Now, don't just sit there and drag your mouth just real slow, okay? And then when you think, okay, that's good, that's not good. That's still not straight, okay? Get on that x-axis and repeatedly drag the mouse, because that is straight right there. Now, all I got to do is align my edges correctly here, or my vertexes here, just like this. Just like that. And if you want, you can align that one to be right there. Doesn't kind of matter, but you can if you want, of course. Then I'm going to switch back to here. I'm going to loop this again. I'm going to hold shift, and I'm going to drag back again. And this time I'm just going to, instead of flattening it, I'm just going to drag them all the way back. And then I'm going to select this again, and I'm going to look. Here's where my wheel well begins again. Okay? Don't get psyched out here and say, oh, that's it right there. That's not it. This is not it. This is it, and this is it. Because our wheel well actually kind of comes out and bevels out at the corners. So I'm going to hold shift. I'm going to go all the way to right here. I'm going to hit 1, and I'm going to move these so that they line up right with my wheel well. And use the this air screen here to kind of guide you. I believe that's what it's called. Then all you have to do, hit 2, shift, drag it again, and just align these ones now. And these ones, you're going to have to corner them on your own. Don't try to be perfect. Being perfect when you're learning is not a good thing. Just get the concepts. Now I've got this one right here. I can just drag this in, and now all I'm doing is I'm just realigning these again. Try to keep these as flat as you can. They go a little outside the line, not a big deal. Now I've got that, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab both of these. I don't know how that got grabbed. weird. Hold shift, and I'm going to rotate all the way around. So right here, this time instead I'm just going to flatten them out on the x-axis here. And hold shift. Okay, that's pretty much it. You can continue all the way back down. I'm going to stop this right here.